in the big city. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen today in the markets? We're all wondering, is the market going to have a wonderful up day? Is it going to have a down day? Is it just going to be a nothing burger? What's going on? Will Rugman come to the rescue? How is this going to play out? Nice to see you all, folks. Welcome to Friday, December the 2nd, the second day of December, as we gear up and get ready to do it all today. I will be with you this morning for this show, and after this show is over, that suitcase behind me, which you see right here, it's got all the stuff ready to go. That'll be packed up, and we're heading to the airport, and we'll be down in Palm Desert starting Monday with you. So looking forward to spending some time with you from the desert. Thank you all for helping out. Thank you for those of you hitting the thumbs up button already. Thank you. We're going for 200. We had a big day yesterday because I went on early yesterday afternoon to cover this AMC thing and what have you. The thumbs up just kept coming in. We broke 200 thumbs ups on yesterday afternoon show. Thank you, everybody, and also you on rerun. If you're watching this show on the rerun, hit the thumbs up button, even though it's not live for you. Hit the thumbs up button and give this show more momentum. I would appreciate it. Let's people know this channel exists. We just got the number here for new job creation. This is what we've been waiting for here this morning. It just came out. Let me tell you what's going on. The U.S. economy created 263,000 new jobs in November, which is above the forecast. This is good news for those seeking work. It is bad news for those people hoping that we're going to have lower interest rates sooner rather than later, and that the Federal Reserve will ease up on interest rate policy. That is, again, put to the side. This is bad news for the folks hoping that the Fed will ease up. That's not going to happen. The economy is hot. U.S. unemployment remains at 3.7% unchanged. The U.S. hourly wages have risen 0.6% an hour in November. By the way, this is I always love this number. They say that the average hourly rate that Americans pay is now $32 or this is what people get paid, $32.82 an hour. Let me ask you this: $32.82 an hour. If you work 40 hours, because that makes easy mathematics for me, that's like $1,300 a month, $1,300 a week. Do you make $1,300 a week? That's $65,000 a year if you multiply it by 50. Approximately 60 something. Do you guys out there make $65,000 US a year? How many? Put your hands up. How many? Do you make more than that? Do you make less than that? Kind of wonder how. Hourly U.S. wages are up 5.1% in the past year versus 4.9% the prior month. Guess what that means? Higher inflation pressure on the U.S. economy. If Americans are getting raises that are rising every month, that means there are people getting much more than 5.1% raises. That's inflationary. Now, look, Jan 1 coming up, 30 odd days from now, every American senior citizen getting Social Security is getting an 8.1 or 8.6% raise from Social Security payouts because they're tied to inflation. That's baked in. That is inflationary. Now, this is inflation from within the United States, from inside America. Same thing's happening in Canada. Pensioners have already been receiving pension bumps in Canada to keep up with inflation. We don't do it once a year. It's done here almost on a quarterly basis. In any event, when you have inflation coming to the USA because oil is up or other commodities or goods are going up in price, that's inflation from the outside. When you have inflation from Social Security increases, you have job holders in America getting raises, and in Canada, and in the UK, and in Germany, anywhere else. Doesn't matter. I'm not just picking on America, but today it's America's statistics. You get inflation bumps from within like that. You get the American Airline Pilots Association rejecting a 20% pay increase package over 3 years. They say, no, that's not enough. What do you think you got? You've got domestic inflation problems. This means inflation becomes embedded into the economy. Very difficult to break because some of these unions are signing 3 and 4 year deals where they're getting 8% this year, 7% next year, 6% the year after that. They're getting these job offers and these payouts that are higher than what they got in the last 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 15 years. How many of you were expecting and always got the annual 2 to 3% raise? More or less, maybe 1% raise, 1.5% raise. Most of you got nothing for the last decade. Many of you, millions, tens of millions of Americans, hundreds of millions, if not a billion people around the world, were getting virtually no increase in pay with respect to the 2-3% inflation rate we were dealing with. None of you were getting more than that. So we were just treading water for 15 years until now. Now labor is getting pay raises. And for some labor, it's certainly a refreshing change, because for some folks out there who were minimum wagers and they were stuck at $7.50, $8 an hour, and they're getting no pay increase. I mean, governments were notorious for not raising the minimum wage. They would wait 5 to 10 years before they would raise the minimum wage, with business screaming, no, 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 the whole time, to keep the wage demands at nothing. Profits were made by the corporations, but the workers were getting crushed. Things have turned around. All of a sudden, there's a job shortage out there, and employees have choices. They can go elsewhere for employment, and this has changed everything. So now we got, minimum wagers getting minimum wage plus 10% or minimum wage plus 20%. In some cases, minimum wages have gone up finally. But again, it's like pulling teeth. Very difficult to get a government to raise minimum wages, because businesses hire lobbyists, and lobbyists spread rumors that governments are trying to kill economies and are trying to hurt taxpayers by raising the minimum wage standards. It's a brutal game, and it's a game to the fight to the finish, where you have one group over here that makes a ton of dough, another group over here that has no representation for their labor because they're not part of a union. And you've got the government in the middle going, well, we got to have a minimum wage to be competitive, and we don't want to pay money to people to subsidize them to work. If they're working 40 hours a week, they should be able to buy food, for crying out loud. Should be able to have someplace to live. It used to be that way in the United States and in Canada and elsewhere. We can't have a government having to give people $1,000 more than what they get paid, because what they're getting paid is so little they can't survive. I mean, ridiculous. And so there's this balance, and you've got businesses yelling, we're the ones creating the jobs here. You can't bankroll us, put us into bankruptcy. And yet it's awful difficult for McDonald's and Walmart and other major employers to hide the fact that they are making billions and billions in profits and using billions of dollars to buy back their stock on the open market, rather than pay their employees a livable wage. Kind of hard to play that public relations game, but for 15 years they were getting away with it, and it was the American way, it was the Canadian way. People at the low end were perceived to be lazy, losers, and not important, and politically they were unimportant, because there's no political party that will win an election by appeasing part-time workers at Walmart or McDonald's. There's not enough voters. Well, now with a labor shortage, they don't need political help. Part-timers and minimum wage employees don't need any political help to get a raise. They just don't work for this company unless you pay a wage that's equal to that company. And right now, corporations are competing against each other to get quality workers to join up and stay. So interesting what's going on. Like it or not, it's what it is. We're going to follow this market, of course. It's what we do. How is the market doing? How will it react We've got, like I say, stock futures add to losses after the stronger than expected jobs report. Kind of what I said to my Gold Bagel members on the Trade Alert show a little while ago. We were talking about if the job creation numbers are stronger than expected, the market could go lower. If the job creation numbers are lower than expected, the market could go higher, because the market is going to react to what they think the Fed is going to do. And what the Fed is going to do depends on the strength of the US economy and the US job market. And right now, jobs are being created way stronger than the Fed was thinking and hoping for. And right now, the Dow is off 230 points on the pre-market with 40 odd minutes to go before we start trading. We're down 29 on S&P. We're down 145 on NASDAQ. And where have most of the layoffs come from? The high-tech sector. And yet jobs are being created everywhere else. Who's wrong here? Why would Amazon unload 10,000 employees when the United States economy added 266,000 jobs in the last month? Who's missing the boat? Is Amazon misreading the economy, or is Amazon ahead of the curve and going, yeah, we see it. We're noticing our algorithms are coming at us, screaming at us. We're slowing down in business. We're slowing down in business. We're going to offload talent. We're going to fire first and ask questions later. And sure enough, they came out with their statement. And now we know Apple is unloading people, Microsoft, and other organizations. They're just one after the other, they're going to let people go. Come January, watch out. We're going to have even more layoffs. And yet, despite all that, 266,000 got jobs. Market is not happy about this. There you have it. That's where we're at. Crude is still up 52 cents a barrel today. Nothing burger there. We'll watch for all of that. Yeah, an interesting pre-market here. Stocks that we're following are definitely backing off. Let's take a look at our favorites. I've got Rocket Lab down 6 cents and SoFi down 13. GameStop is now down 50 cents to 26.10 this morning. I got over at AMC and the Ape shares. The Apes are down 2.2 cents to 98 cents. Those are the preferred shares. And the AMC shares are holding a 4-cent gain. They were up 30, 40 cents this morning. Now they're up just 4. So that's not looking good. Matterport down 8 cents. 23andMe is down 16 to 308. Spire is still holding a gain. Last trade up 7 cents. ATIP was at 40 cents this morning with not a lot of volume, as typical in pre-market. We'll have to wait for the opening to see what ATIP is really going to do there. Smart Rent down a dime. Cyxtera unchanged. Over at Apple, down 272 to 145.60. There you go. Gained 28 cents yesterday. Down 266 in the pre-market. Goldman Sachs was down 234 yesterday, is down 571 this morning. Cisco was up a quarter yesterday, 25 cents, now down 82 this morning in the pre-market. Tesla was unchanged last night. We were making a big deal about that. 194.70 unchanged. Pre-market down 445 to 190.30. Down goes Tesla. ARC Innovations was up 42 cents yesterday, down $1.38 in the pre-market. Microsoft was down 45 cents yesterday, down $5.29 in the pre-market. Bed Bath Beyond was up 14 yesterday. It's up a penny this morning. Pfizer up 95 cents yesterday, down 26 cents this morning. HPQ was down 18 cents yesterday, down a quarter this morning at 29. Now down 84, 29.02, or down 84 cents. We've got Carvana up 42 cents yesterday to 8.13, down 31 now to 7.82. Alphabet, Google broke 100 the other day, 101.28 last night, down 17 cents yesterday. Now down 2.55, first thing this morning at 98.73. We've been eviscerated 100 a share. Amazon was 95.50 yesterday, down $1.04, down $1.75 this morning to 93.75. There's what's going on. A headline a few minutes ago says U.S. adds 263,000 jobs in November and wages rise sharply. Still too much for the Fed's liking. That is what we're seeing here. These are the headlines starting to come out now. And this is not what the Federal Reserve wants with higher interest rates. They want higher interest rates to dampen job creation and to dampen wage increases, and it's not happening at the moment. The workers are saying, screw you, I want a raise. I have been downtrodden, beat up, kicked around, underappreciated, and completely, my standard of living has been completely annihilated the last 15 years. It's payback time, and people are getting raises. I say, way to go. I tell you right now, workers deserve it. Look, those of you out there who are option traders, you can't be hating this. This is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. JR, you know it. Rugman to the rescue. Look out, Rugman is doing the thing. Look at the shrinkage, kids. It's going to be one heck of a day today. We could have a serious pullback. It's possible. I don't know if the market is in the mood to really drop off dramatically. That I can't say. But we are down 378 now on the futures for the Dow, which is 1.1%. S&P down 62 points, which is 1.5%. The NASDAQ down 293, which is 2.4%. Oil is now up 5 cents. Oil is about to go negative as well, because the question is future demand. How's this going to play out? If the interest rates are going to go higher and the US dollar is going to go higher, that's going to make oil more expensive, and that might bring the price of oil down, because international buyers have to pay US dollars to buy crude. We'll watch for all that. Double checking right now. I'm going to take a quick peek here on some interest rate stuff. So let me just go over to the treasuries. Yes, as I suspected, the US 10-year before the unemployment report was at 3.50%. The US 10-year is now 3.61%. So it's popping up. The German 10-year was as low as 175 this morning, 1.75. It's now 1.84. That's gone up. This is all in 5 minutes. The Italian rate has surged to 3.76. That was at 3.65. Spain is up, and the UK interest rates are over up to 3.1 approximately, after getting down to just around 3%. So interest rates have popped up. The euro is down a penny at 104.30 approximately. The yen has dropped to half a penny. The pound is off more than a penny, 1.1 pennies against the US dollar. So the US dollar is rising against major currencies, and that means all goods are more expensive for Europeans and anyone else. The FTSE 100, the British market, was riding high, was sitting at 75.50. It's now 75.09, just lost 40 points. It's near its low of the day. German market down 106 points. It's below its low of the day, taking a hit. France market down 1% now. It has reversed course. All the markets in Europe have done a nosedive. Not a 5% catastrophic nosedive, but they were all ahead or even on the day, kind of even. Now they're all negative half a point to a point approximately as we speak. So the markets are turning red. The Dow off 375, S&P down 60, NASDAQ off 260. NASDAQ is now down 2.1%. The Dow 1.1%. The Dow is not the worst off of the indexes. If it were to join the NASDAQ, the Dow would be off 800 points this morning. GameStop 26.07, down 53 cents here as it backs off. There was a rush yesterday, a move up yesterday on GameStop to 27.50 in the span of 15 minutes. It went from the 5.25s to 27.50 and then backed off last night to 26.60 because AMC took a run yesterday. The story out of AMC seems to be that AMC is going to get into the merchandise business for movies by trying to offer for sale licensed movie merchandise at their theaters. We don't have any details on it, nothing really detailed, just general talk. This talk alone excited the base, the actual retail investors that really own AMC and have been crushed lately. The stock went from the 720 range yesterday morning to a high of 915 with about an hour and a half to go during the day. And then the stock backed off. And at the end of the day, AMC closed at 817. It lost almost $1 from its high print with still a 94-cent gain. It still had a gain. This morning, the shares were trying to inch back through 850 to 855 a share to run up a little bit. They're now at 824. Now I see them at 823. They're up a nickel on 1.2 million pre-market, but this employment news just came out. It just hit AMC badly. It took the stock from about $8.45 a share to $8.24, and so a 20-cent drop just happened, and it's trying to recover from it, but not doing too well at the moment. This could mean pressure on meme stocks today. If the big market is in trouble or is going to struggle today, there's no way our smaller stocks can outshine that. We're down $2.40 on Apple, $5 lower on Goldman, 73 cents lower on Cisco, $3.80 on Tesla. That's the drop there to $190.90. ARC down $127. Microsoft off $4.70. We're down 2% on Microsoft here. Bed Bath Beyond is down 3 cents. Pfizer off 29. HPQ down 65 to 29.21. Carvana off 31. Google down now 234, and Amazon down 131. These are 1%, 2%, 3% losses across the board on a whole bunch of stocks, certainly the big caps. And we're going to have to see how this affects the markets and how long. We're now off 400 points on the pre-market for the Dow Jones. We're down 63 on S&P, and we're off 268 on NASDAQ as we speak. So that's what's going on pre-market coming into this session, everybody. So keep your eyes glued on your option chains. Today is option expiry day, December 2nd, which means after today, December the 9th, are the next contracts on the line. And the week after that, December 16th. Does that sound familiar to a bunch of you? Does that date ring a bell with you? The third Friday of December is in 2 weeks. And I know this channel, we got a ton of contracts written that expire December 16th. Shrinkage is already underway. A number of you have already been reporting to me just how much your contracts have been falling off in value. Just the time values are shrinking. Now we have a book value issue going on here with a GameStop off 51 cents pre-market. If GameStop wants to drop $1.50 today to $25, $24.50, that's a whole bunch of contracts that are out of the money that are expiring today or next week, the week after. Obviously, a lot of you are going to be in a position where you may have written calls for $4.50 to $7 each, and they may be down into the $2 level, $1.50 level, or who knows what. Opportunities might exist today, possibly, where you might take advantage of a buyback on a stink bid that is super cheap for you, and now you're going to look at a possible option to write in January. The third Friday, as an example, might be in your wheelhouse. Let's see how things progress. We'll review it together. You can certainly ask me my opinion on what I think you might want to consider doing. I'm happy to look at it. We'll see what's going on. January for 2023, the expiry day for the third Friday is January the 20th. So we're going to go from December 16 to January 20th for the third Friday. It's not that you have to write on the third Friday, but if you were to write on the third Friday, you are likely writing into more liquidity than not. But we'll play that by ear because folks here might write contracts for the week after the 16th of January or a week or two before January 20. We'll figure that out together as we review this market. 421 is the dip on the market now for the Dow. S&P off 60, NASDAQ 260. Oil is up 15 cents, and that is it right there. Not a lot going on. Alrighty, Biden has signed a bill preventing a rail shutdown. The White House says so. The Senate, the House, the White House, they came together and they don't want a rail strike now. They're going to impose some kind of a settlement deal. I don't even know what the deal is. I have no idea what kind of pay raises these folks are getting. I have no idea. And how it progresses from here, I don't honestly know. But having a rail strike with 4 or 5 major railroads, that's all there is. Having the entire industry shut down instead of one line here, one line here. A crisis averted. That helps the U.S. dollar. That helps the U.S. economy. That helps with interest rates because if there was to be a rail strike, interest rates would shoot up 1 or 2% right away. The U.S. dollar would get possibly hurt badly. I don't know. We'll see what I don't want to go there. No one wanted to go there. No economist wanted to go there. Why the railroads couldn't cut a deal with the unions, which side was the most resistant to a deal, only the insiders know. We're on the outside looking in and we're guessing. So I can't go any further than that. Just hoping it's all going to work out. Thank you for joining us this morning, everybody. We're watching the opening with great interest, to say the least. We have a lot going on here. The markets are reacting very negatively to the report. Now, we were talking here and we were, speculating here just how the other day on Wednesday when Powell spoke about the future of interest rate hikes, how the market rallied 700 points on his words. And I'm sitting here going, he just said what we all expected him to say. He didn't come out with any boutique of roses for anybody. He didn't bring chocolates. The guy came out and said what we expected him to talk about. And why would the market go up 700 points when the guy is saying what we figured he was going to say? We couldn't figure this out. Now we see the employment report number come out that he mentioned directly that they watch carefully and closely. And now the market is going, oh, God, this guy's going to see this report, 266,000 jobs created in the United States in November. This is going to be bad for interest rates. Yeah, because now the question is he going to raise rates by 0.5 point in December? Or is he going to raise rates by 0.75 point in December? Is he going to raise 0.5 point December, 0.5 point January, 0.5 point February, 0.5 point March? Like what? How aggressive do they go, even though they might not be as aggressive? I don't see the silver lining here. I see more trouble for the American economy overall because people who are working now, many are, most are, they're beginning to hold back on what they're spending. And we got the flash announcement yesterday and the absolute violent reaction yesterday from Costco. It came out from Costco, which is a high-flying stock that Wall Street's in love with Costco. Wall Street doesn't even wait for an excuse to buy Costco. They love Costco so much. Costco came out with a report that their November numbers were below estimates. And it wasn't their grocery division that was the problem. People are going to Costco to buy food. Not a problem there. The volumes are there. Everything's fine. The problem Costco's having is everything else they're selling. The clothing, the toys, the household goods, televisions, all the services they offer over and above food. What's beginning to happen, it would appear, and Walmart has already confirmed this 2 months ago. They talked about this. This is not new news, but it's now new to Costco, is that people are coming in for the basics and they're buying milk and bread and butter and maybe bacon and eggs and some cheese, and they're getting their mac and cheese. They're downgrading their budget, and they're buying the essentials of the kitchen, and they're not spending on the luxury items or it would be nice to have items. So the 65-inch TV or 80-inch television, they're holding off. A new MacBook Pro at Costco, they're holding off. They're not picking up the new iPhones. They're not picking up the clothing, perhaps, or the other product that Costco, all the other product Costco wants to flog us. They're cutting back and they're zeroing in on the basics, and they're using Costco as the discount warehouse to do it. And Walmart has already mentioned exactly the same thing. The volume in the food area is just as good as it always is because you got to eat. And people are flocking to Walmart rather than Albertsons or Safeway or Whole Foods or all the high-end places. They're losing market share to the lower cost food centers. But the other products, the nice to have stuff where they count on higher margins, not selling as well. And that is an indicator right there about what's happening with the US economy and the world economy as a whole, because it's happening in Canada as well, and it's happening in Europe, it's happening in Asia. People are closing in, and they're just going to pay their rent, their mortgage, their electric bill, the gas bill, the food, and forget all the other luxuries. Can't afford it right now. Inflation too much. Pay raises are necessary. Not everybody gets 10% pay raises. Some folks are still stuck with 4 or 5% pay raises. Some folks are being told, we can't give you a pay raise. We are struggling as a corporation. We're just trying to make do with what we got. Or there are corporations saying, we will hand out 10% pay raises to the employees that are left at the end of January. Whoever's left will get a 10% raise. Those who are leaving us, that's where the money's coming from. Because our payroll can't go up. We pay $5 million a month in payroll, $50 million a month in payroll, whatever the number is, that number will stay the same. It's how many people make up the payroll. And that's the big question. Will there be shrinkage? But it didn't happen in November. The other thing I'm curious about, and I'm looking forward to finding out here, if anyone sees this, do let me know. How many job openings are there? And how many people quit their jobs to as we know, go elsewhere? I'm curious to know what that's going to be, what that came through. Most interesting, stats to be coming out. No dull moment here. Okay, that is the story, everybody. We're getting ready to open in 28 minutes. I'll tell you, we're gonna have to find how this market reacts. This is really something. I'm also curious about revised numbers. I don't know if there have been revised employment figures released for prior months. I haven't seen that. 263,000 jobs created in November, a historically strong pace of hiring that's good for workers. This is an article inside MarketWatch. The still rapid gains in hiring have become a big source of angst at the Federal Reserve. Senior central bank officials worry wage growth stemming from a tight labor market is adding upward pressure to an already high U.S. inflation rate. U.S. stocks are falling in pre-market. The Wall Street Journal had forecast only 200,000 jobs would be created, 263 instead. And the biggest advance in 13 months in payrolls, with a 0.6% increase in wages. That is the biggest in 13 months. Wages are rising much faster than inflation can handle. It's very interesting. Let's see. What else have we got here? Excuse me. The share of working age people in the labor force, known as the labor force participation rate, fell to 62.1 to make a third drop in a row. The lack of people looking for work was another big factor contributing to the labor shortage. Very, very interesting. And I don't see any revisions here. I don't have any revisions. We'll keep an eye open for that. If anyone sees any, by all means, let me know. Wow. What a morning. What an interesting morning, to say the least. For data heads, for data geeks, you couldn't ask for more fun than this. Unbelievable. The Dow is still showing 340 on the drop, 50 on S&P, 217 on NASDAQ. It's a little better than before. Oil went red. It's now down 6 cents a barrel. So we're red on oil. The VIX index is up 4% at the moment. It's still down at the 20.62 level, but the VIX is higher. That's the volatility index, and that is negative for stocks. The higher it goes, the worse for the stock market it could be. Interesting to follow that. Never a dull moment, everyone. Welcome to the party, pals. The Rugman has arrived. Yoink is what we're saying. Unbelievable. Home Skillet, Bruce, I am 107 on your thumbs up meter. Thank you, everybody, for hitting these thumbs ups. Thank you. Sky High Kite says $16 broccoli here at our gourmet farm outlet. Yikes, that's scary. Flint Creek Soap Company, groceries are insanely priced. And we're noticing that too. And that is why we've got a whole bunch of folks flocking to Walmart, flocking to Costco. They're buying fruit and vegetables in bulk at Costco to try to save dough and stretch it out a while. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Roach on a tree. Hey, it's been a while. I want to stop by and say hi. Hope you're all having a great rest of your year-end next year. Thank you, my friend. Good to have you here. A lot of folks watch us from the sidelines. It's great to see you all here. Thank you, all of you, for these thumbs ups. Sean and Wendy, God's amazing. Number 110 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, guys. It's helping the channel get found and discovered. 114 thumbs ups are in. We're going for 200 before the opening would be great. Hit that thumbs up for me if you can. Let's get it going. 114 are in now. 86 to get, and we've got 200 thumbs ups. Thank you all for joining the party here. It's great to have you. Right on. Never a dull moment in this market. What a crazy week. We had a 500-point drop on Monday, a nothing burger on Tuesday, 700-point gain on Wednesday, a 200-point drop yesterday, which meant that the week was flat. And now we're off 300 plus this morning, going into the open. So I'll tell you, we have a down week going right now, and if the market wants to do this drop or more, we're back in a bear market. And the employment report that came out today could resonate for a few days. This could really keep the market under pressure, because there is no good news for the Fed here to be able to allow the Fed to talk about easing up, to say the battle has been won with inflation, with the wage increase numbers coming through as the highest level in 13 months. This is blowing up everything that we've been hearing all week. We've been hearing moderating inflation numbers. We've been hearing, the US dollar is backed off a little bit, which is easing world inflation concerns. All this is thrown out the window. The US economy is adding jobs like crazy, and employees are getting better pay increases from existing employers. New hires are starting at much higher wages than employers ever had to pay before. And this is adding to the domestic inflation rate just inside America, which will affect the rest of the world. Because if America has to raise rates to control inflation, everyone else raises rates. It's just the beginning of the beginning. It's a domino effect of misery. Interesting. So some groups are happy, employees are happy, bankers are not. Kind of funny that way. Employees make more money, they bring more money to the banker. It just can't, isn't it not? Business is not happy because their costs are going up, but business is happy that they're able to sell their goods at the prices that they're raising prices to. So it's kind of like, we're kind of selling our stuff more or less. I don't know. It's just a lot of uncertainty here, a lot of wonder. It is a most entertaining time, to say the least. What will your options do when we start trading? Well, we'll find out soon enough. December 2nds die today. December 9s are on deck for next Friday, and the 16th after that. We're going to see shrinkage on premiums, definitely for December contracts. But with the rug man doing his thing, pulling that shag carpet out from underneath those unsuspecting long investors, yoink is the word. We got an issue here that could be very entertaining. I wonder how badly the market could dump here. The first half hour, we might have this sort of 200 to 400 point drop, and then a partial attempted rally. But could it be that as the day wears on, the market just drops off 1,000 points today and throws in the towel today for the week? That would be entertaining. Who wants to be long, by the way, stock, knowing what we just got out of the employment report? Who wants to be long this weekend? I don't. I don't know. Pre-market, we've got, let's get some quotes through here. Rocket Lab is down 7. SoFi down 13 at the moment. GameStop is at 26.10, down 50 cents. AMC is now down 8 cents, and the 8 shares are down 2 cents. So they are backing off further from yesterday's lovely day they had. There were heavy volumes yesterday, 70-odd million on each of those units, those shares. Now I wonder how many people are going to run for the hills here, because the stock isn't going to 9. It isn't going to 10. It's not going to 11. Not looking good. Matterport down 13 cents to 315. 23andMe last reported at 310, down 14 cents. Spire still showing a 7 cent run up to 140. ATIP is now showing a 38 cent last trade. On volume on ATIP, I show 169 shares. So let's just ignore that quote, because that can't be in any way realistic. We'll wait for the opening on ATIP to see what's really going on. SmartWrench last showed a 237 trade, down a dime or so. Cyxtera, no changes. I don't even know if there's any trading. Apple, this is what counts, the big boys. Apple is down 241 to 145.90. Goldman is down 431 to 379.50. We got Cisco down 79 cents now to 49.18. Tesla down 342. We got ARC down $1.24 to 36.61. Microsoft down 5.11 now, 249.70. Down $5 even on Microsoft. Bed Bath Beyond is down 4 cents to 350. Pfizer's off 47 cents. HPQ down 66 to 29.20. Carvana down 37 cents. Alphabet down 241, and Amazon down $1.36. There is the story as I see it. Headline came out 19 minutes ago on Barron's. Jobs growth was stronger than expected. It's a setback on inflation. That sums it up right there. Here's another headline 4 minutes ago. All 30 Dow stocks fall after jobs data led by big tech and American Express. Every stock in the Dow Jones 30 index is lower because of this job report. You think this doesn't mean anything? This is important. Oh my gosh, that's what's happening, kids. Mr. Premium of the option, 128 for you, Bruce. Arturo, same here. I'm also number 128. Thank you, everybody. What's going on? Everyone's talking about Rugman this morning. Zeta State, I'm 132, number 132. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce. Is Rugman the other ego of Alibaba? Oh, no, I don't know. I'm not going there. Oh, my goodness. We're having fun today, and we haven't even started trading yet. 17 minutes to go, and we're negative again. 435 on the Dow, it looks like. It looks like the Dow has now hit this low range yet again, I think. Let me double check and triple check. Yeah, 426 lower on the Dow. S&P down 61.7. NASDAQ off 250 points. That's 2% there. Crude now down 45 cents a barrel. Oil is off 45 cents to 80. Oh, it's even lower. 80.66 down 56 cents a barrel. Looks like $80 is at risk after a nice climb this week from that 73 to 81, 82 level. Now we're at 80.60 and falling for crude. All right. No dull moments here, everybody. Unbelievable activities. Lots of speculation. Interest rates on treasuries have risen. I'm going to just double check one more time now. The U.S. Treasury holding about 3.6%. Looks like a tenth of a percentage point higher. The U.K. is up a little more than that, about an eighth of a percentage point higher at 3.1. The American dollar has climbed against the euro. It looks like about a half a penny. The pound is down about 2/3 of a penny against the American dollar. So there's been a little bit of a recovery, but not a lot. It is still positive for the U.S. dollar, negative for everyone else. The euro markets are lower, anywhere from a tenth of a point to a quarter to a third to a half. There's a lot of guesswork going on here about these markets. Should we be long? Should we go long? Why on God's green earth are we going long, is what some people are probably asking. The VIX is down 4.4% now, 0.9 of a point here at 20.74. 4.5% drop. Gain, 4.5% gain on the VIX. That's bad news. The volatility index is getting shakier. That's not good for the markets. Big chill is here for the housing market, says Barron's. Next year could bring more trouble. I don't doubt it in the slightest. Housing markets next year are in real trouble. Higher rates is going to make it really tough. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. This article here in the Market Watch, it was written here, oh my goodness, by Shania Michigan. Shania Michigan says here, her article says, Todd Clark and his wife Jocelyn have lived through the ups and downs of the housing market in a time of the pandemic. In the summer of 2021, as COVID produced frenzied home buying, the couple had to up their bid for a brick townhouse in Raleigh, North Carolina by more than 20 grand over the $240,000 asking price to get the property. You had to blindly pick a house and go from there, Clark recalls. This past summer, Clark and his wife decided that the townhouse was too cramped to start a family and ventured back into the market. Homes are sitting in the market longer by then, and they didn't encounter any bidding wars. They bought a 3-bedroom single-family house after negotiating a $22,000 discount. The trade-off, they had to knock 15 grand off the townhouse's price to sell it, and their mortgage rate for the new home is nearly double their old rate. It's crazy when you look at the numbers versus what it was a year ago, Clark says. What's happening in Raleigh is happening in many U.S. cities. The U.S. housing market has left its pandemic frenzy in the rear view mirror. This year through mid-November, the 30-year mortgage has seen its largest percentage point gain since 1972, the first full year that Freddie Mac started collecting data, according to the Dow Jones market data. Unbelievable. The Federal Reserve's fight against inflation means the days of sky-high bidding wars, low mortgage rates, and rapid home price appreciation are gone. Home sales in the U.S. are projected to end the year at 5.8 million, a 16% slide from 2021's multi-year high, according to the average estimate from 4 government data sources and housing trade groups. The drop will continue into 2023, with home sales expected to slide another 13% down to 5.1 million units. That is interesting, isn't it? Fascinating what's going on here. This is not going away, and it is not getting any better anytime soon. So there you go, kids. That's the kind of stuff we're following here. And when you see that, you can't imagine the folks at Costco selling a bunch of TVs and other household goods, because if people aren't buying a new house, why would people buy new TVs? Home Depot will take a hit because people won't be doing as much renovating of a new house or adding a bunch of stuff. It might be that Home Depot has to try to live off of renovations. Problem is, if you need to borrow money for a renovation, you're going to have to borrow money at 8-9% because you're not going to get money at prime. You're not going to get money at the Fed fund rate. If it goes to 5.5%, you're going to have to pay 8.5-9% for money. At least may hold people back from borrowing money to fix up their house. The cycle continues. It's a never-ending cycle of misery. Dow now is approaching a 500-point drop. We're down 471 and falling. S&P down 68, NASDAQ down 266. Oil still down 41 cents. So 11 minutes to the opening. Larry Titus, I hope you're getting ready, buddy. Hit those bells for us. I love it. Let's see what's going on. Giddy on up. A spicy Android. Hey, Uncle Bruce, would you write poor man covered calls the same as normal calls? I wouldn't know the difference. What would be the difference between one and the other? You're looking for a fat premium on a contract. You want to offer stock at a higher price than it's trading at. So you want it all to be, whatever that premium you get, it's all-time value. That's what you want. You want the potential of your contract being out of the money now and staying out of the money most of the time you have it. Shrinkage will come your way. That's my thinking. Let's see. Any timeline, any guidelines, Bruce? Daniel Forrest, on whether or when should you consider rolling over after appreciation of your covered call? This we covered in lesson 14. If you guys were there, we went over a lot of this. You may want to check out my class on my website, class number 14, how to maximize profits from writing call options. We talked about this. There is no one answer. There is no, because every stock is different. Every market is different. The circumstances change all the time. Like today. Today is different than yesterday. Completely different than yesterday. Monday, we dropped 500 points. Today is completely different than Monday, even though we're down 450 right now, because we're down 450 pre-market. We weren't down 500 pre-market on Monday. We inched our way down to a 500-point loss. We have different circumstances. You really have to be here a while to understand the nuances of how to handle this. Those of you who are regulars here, you know what you need to do today. You know what you're going to do today. You pretty well have a good idea what your plan is. But right now, we got to see the opening and just see what it's bringing us. And we need to know in the first hour just how intense is this selling going to be. I was looking to talk to you guys today about Blackstone. I wanted to talk today about Blackstone, how people who were trying to liquidate out of a Blackstone fund that was a real estate fund are being denied liquidity. They can't get out. They wanted to cash out like some cash, and they're being told, no, we can't give you money because the withdrawal requests have exceeded the monthly allowables. This is bad news. And this is bad news before we're down 446 points going into this market. There are liquidity problems showing up, and I think will be everywhere, showing up everywhere. The money supply is tightening out. This market still doesn't understand how serious the Blackstone thing is. The market is right now dominated by the jobs report. That's all they're watching. They're all watching the Fed and the jobs report and inflation. What they're missing is underneath the surface of the water. We got a big problem. There's a giant iceberg that we just hit. And we're tilting a little right now, but we don't realize how bad it is. And that's what happened with the Titanic in the first 15 minutes. They didn't know how bad it was going to be. No one did. This market is in trouble when it comes to liquidity. And the Blackstone event, which is, a AAA rated company with a $60+ billion fund that is restricting liquidity requests. This is a shocker to the pros in the market. They know what this means, that if Blackstone is having liquidity problems, what about all the others down below Blackstone? The thousands of other funds that are out there. Is there a liquidation withdrawal wave, a tsunami of withdrawal requests coming to these funds that can't handle it? Blackstone will take care of the liquidity issue that they've been presented with. They will take care of their investors and liquidate them. Yes, it'll take a while, but they'll be liquidated out. But these B funds and C funds, these lower levels, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. It's unbelievable what's coming up. I don't know. Uncle Bruce, I have been accumulating cash as per the game plan. When do we spend it for further premiums? And collected 10 grand US. I've been building it up. Like I said, we've been waiting for a pullback. I have been waiting for a sell-off. I want the bargains to come at you. When you make your move, I want you to be able to buy deep in the money calls at much lower prices, lower strike prices even, so that you can write calls going forward to 2025 without worry and haul in nice premiums and increase in premiums. Some of you out there are in a position in the next couple of weeks here, possibly, to acquire so many more deep in the money calls that you're going to write calls against, that the income level coming into your life will go up by 15, 20, 30, 40, 50% a month right away. This might be for some of you the tipping point to understand, we're just about there. I'm about ready to quit my day job because I'm going to be self-employed writing options full time. I don't need to work anymore. I can't afford to work for my boss because I am being pulled away from the market. I make more money on the market than my boss can pay me. And the raises I'm getting at doing this far outweigh any raise any boss can give me, because I'm never going to be on that upper echelon of senior vice president. I'm not related to the boss's daughter. I haven't got a hope in hell. I'm out of here, man. And that's why, another reason why the job market is the way it is. People are walking away from careers that are dead enders. They realize, I'm in a dead end job. I have no hope. I can only survive here. I can't thrive, and I'm not interested, because I saw people pass away from a virus in the last 2 years. Life's too short for me to not change my life and grab control of my future. And this is the underlying current. It's out there, undeniable. People are fed up and they want out. It's amazing. All right, kids, thank you so much for joining me here and being with us today. Man, it's great to see you guys. I can't tell you how much appreciate all of you popping through here and being with us today. We're going to go member only now on the chat. Thank you again, everyone, for being with us here. Those of you who are subscribers to this channel, I thank you very much for subscribing and tolerating my rants. Thank you for that. Please subscribe to this channel and help us grow our channel. Also, thank you to all of you out there who have been becoming members of this channel already, renewing your memberships. Man, you guys are awesome. The membership numbers, memberships of this channel is what keeps us on the air. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's the one thing that keeps this channel going, are memberships. And I thank you, all of you who are members, who are renewing your membership. Thank you very much. Your Gold Bagel members, of course, you're benefiting with 26 additional benefits being a Gold Bagel member every month. Thank you for that. It's a pleasure to see you every Wednesday night for Uncle Bruce Prime Time. It's also a pleasure to see you every morning before the 8:30 show to give you a heads up on what's going on. Love it. Thank you. Those who are picking up merchandise items, picking off Rugman merchandise like this. Oh my goodness. Thank you all. Little royalties come our way every time something sells. It adds up. Thank you. Those of you who are throwing thumbs ups our way, we have 163 thumbs ups now. We're only 37 away with 3 minutes to go to hit 200 thumbs ups. That is awesome, guys. Thank you so very, very much. There you go. It's coming around. We're about to open up, and we're going to see what the market is going to deliver here. I show Apple down 224, Goldman down 496, Cisco down 86 cents, Tesla down 314, ARC Innovation down 110, Microsoft down 491. I got Pfizer down 43, HBQ down 23, Carvana down 31, Alphabet, that's Google, down 185, and Amazon down $1. It's a negative start. The question is, how negative, how intense, what kind of volumes, how long, and is it an all-day event or just a 1 hour blow-off? Or is this going to be the beginning of a serious sell-off here from a rally we've had lately that was unjustified, in my opinion, based on economic results that are coming out from corporations? I tell you, I think this market is overvalued here. I really wonder about it. Thank you all. H. Gregory, 146, I'm up. I lied. I lied. I meant market open at 4:30 a.m. here in Maui. Oh, my. 4:30 in Maui. Mirko is number 145. Thanks, pal, for being here. It's great to see you all joining us. Thank you all. Let's see what's going on here. Michael Downs, number 150. Aurora was 151 today. Thank you all. What else do we got here? Cindy B, number 160. Thank you, Cindy B. J-Boy, thanks, J-Boy, for becoming a new member of the channel. Love seeing that green bar pop up when people join in. Chilling with Uncle Bruce level, thank you. Always good to add new members every day. Love it. Thank you. If you're coming back, welcome back. Everyone will say hi to J-Boy, no question about that. Hey, I've been here for years. Finally, I'm joining. Rock and roll. Lurker. We got a lurker coming into the house. Welcome to the party, pal. Larry Titus has done the deed. We're open for trading now, kids. We're up and we're running. Let's see what this market has going on here. Alex Jones, by the way, filed for bankruptcy after he and his company behind his InfoWars site were ordered to pay $1.4 billion by judges for all those nasty rumors. Oh my gosh, amazing. That was not. That's not a surprise. That was expected, of course. Let's get these markets going. Let's see what we're showing here to start the day, everyone. Thank you all for joining with me here and the gang. It's great to have you here. Let's find out if we're going to make any money today on this market. All right. What else is going on? J-Boy is our boy, says Mr. Premium of the Options. He's our man. How about that? Welcome, J-Boy, to the gang. What do we got? We're down 302 on the Dow so far as the market is just opening up. All 30 Dow component stocks were lower a while ago. We'll see how this plays out as we get started. I've got AMC, I think, sitting at $8.20 a share, only up 2 cents, 2.4 million opening volume at the moment. We'll watch with that great interest. AMC now $8.33 up 16, Ape up 2 cents. GameStop is up 39 to 26.60. I think I'm going to double check this. No, that's yesterday's close, so I don't have any trades yet to report on AMC. I can't be sure yet what we've got. We're still only a minute in, and we're going to need a little time for this market to register everything through. The Dow, it looks like the Dow's off 300. S&P's off 44, 45. NASDAQ so far down 150 as markets are just opening up. The bid asks have to be figured out by specialists to kind of organize this market. Oil unchanged practically here. Ford November sales are just coming out, down 7.8%. SUV sales are down 15%. EV sales, electric, up 100%. Of course, if you sell, 200 EVs and then you sell 400 EVs, 100%. We'll watch for the more detailed numbers a little later on here that I'm sure will come out. But the initial number is not good for Ford. They make their money selling SUVs and trucks. And if they're down 8% here, this is bad news. 252 drop on the Dow at the moment. We'll watch for this opening here as we go through this start. Looks like GameStop is off 3 cents, and looks like AMC is up just 18 now. ATIP I show at 37 cents. I'm going to just double check and see if that's accurate. It looks like we're open at 37 right now on 8,700 volume. Nothing much there yet. Tesla is down 82 cents. SoFi is down to 458, but is that last night's close? No, we're down 16 cents to 458 on SoFi right now. Apple down 164, HPQ down 36, Amazon down 36, Home Depot down 442, Cisco down 66 cents, Netflix down 355, Pfizer off 48 cents, IBM down 63, Microsoft down 320, Vanik down 390, Adobe down 680, Goldman down 190, Google down 87, Boeing 162 lower, Moderna down 238. It's red. It's just red here, more or less. AMC now 832, holding 15-cent gain at the moment. We're still going to see how this settles in. Ape down to $1 now, just at $1. GameStop 26.60, is that right? Yep, 26.60 on GameStop. The volume is, I'm still not getting an update. Wait a minute. Still can't get an update on it. Waiting for that to come through. So pardon me, folks, while my crude devices are just, they're behind the mark and they're not very accurate yet. We'll try to keep you posted on what's happening. Thank you, everybody. 26.78 says Nazareth on GameStop. And what can I say? Michael Downs is going, oi. Oi. All right. The Dow still showing a loss at the moment of about 248. We're down 37.8 or 37.7 on S&P. NASDAQ down 140. Oil up 16 cents. We'll see how this market reacts as the minutes go by and everything fills in. A lot of gaps have to be filled in. JR, a little bit of a turnaround, but for how long? Yeah, exactly. We'll see what kind of waves of selling we get in. The market goes down today. That could add to margin pressure. The lower it goes, the lower it will go. But 230 points, it's a nothing burger. I mean, this is a nothing to worry about. We actually, if we were actually to see a couple of thousand points evaporate from the Dow over the next week or two, that could add to margin pressure. But 200 or 300 points today won't do it. The atmosphere might change, but not necessarily the fundamentals. Okay, we're down 263 now on the Dow, 41 now on S&P, 147 on NASDAQ. Headline and breaking headline: U.S. stocks open sharply lower after stronger than expected inflation data. Sharply lower is not 0.74 of 1%. That is a misstatement. Typical overreaction by media, where they're talking about, oh, the market's crashing. It's all bunk. If we don't have a 5% drop, there is no sharp drop. If it's a 0.75% pullback at the beginning, this is orderly. This is a nothing burger. But this shows that it's likely whoever wrote that headline is 24 years old. They have no experience, have no business being in this business yet with that kind of authority to write headlines. But hey, we're looking to catch eyeballs, aren't we? Sensationalize everything. That's what's going on. Okay, we'll see how this plays out. We're down 1.2% on NASDAQ, 0.9 on the S&P, 0.7 on the Dow. Oil holding a 20-cent gain. GameStop is looking to me like it's in the red. I'm going to just refresh my computer. My big SI pad. Yeah, 26.45. It looks to me what we have right now on the GameStop. 26.45. The high was 26.79. The low 26.11 so far, and we're off 15 cents on GameStop, but only 54,000 volume. It's a nothing burger opening. We got nothing to get excited about for GameStop here. It will go lower at this with this anemic pace. 821 on AMC, only up 4 cents. We're going lower here. ATIP 37 cents, down 1.6 cents. Tesla down 43 right now. SoFi down 14. Apple down 156. HPQ down 29. Amazon off 61. Home Depot down $4. Cisco down 62, Netflix down 3.54, Pfizer down 23 cents at the moment. We got IBM off 30, Microsoft down $4, Manic Semiconductor, SMH down to 222 a unit, 445 lower. Adobe down $9 to 335. Goldman down 199 to 381. Google down 122. Boeing down 217. Moderna down 180. Meta Platforms, Facebook down to 119.30, down 114 today. Definitely seeing some pullback on Meta. We've already touched 117. Dead cat bounce here to 120 and now dropping again. ME down 7 cents to 317. Rocket Lab up 1/10 of a penny. Matterport down 20 cents. SmartRent down 1.5 cents. Spire down 1.3. Cyxtera down 6.5. Royal Caribbean down 149, under 60 again, 59.42. Bed Bath & Beyond down 7 cents to 347. Carvana down 43 cents, 770 now. Robinhood down 18 to 969. BlackBerry down 8.5. The meme stocks are backing off, 4.99. Target down 150. JP Morgan down $2. Costco another $8 drop to 4.95. We dropped almost $30 yesterday. It was a serious drop yesterday. Walmart down 79. Disney down 93 to 97.66. Disney can't get traction back to 100. Nvidia down 3.89. American Airlines down 20 cents to 13.78. So we got red all over the place here. We'll just see if it intensifies. That is the question. AMC is red, now down a penny on the morning session. 8.16 a share on AMC, now 8.12, down a nickel. AMC is falling on 5 million volume now. That's not enough to hold it. Obviously, sellers are coming in on AMC. The APE shares are down to 98.8 cents each. GameStop, let's get another update, see if we can double check the refresh rate of 26.39 I'm showing on GameStop. My phone won't give me an update on it, but I am getting an update on Market Watch. I don't know, kids. We'll see what's going on. I'm going to repower my phone and see if it wants to work with me. They're trying to kill ATIP. They're trying to drop it, says Spicy. Karen, I have an HBQ 29 for December 16th that I'm watching like a hawk. Dude is saying, H. Gregory, not bad. My friend does that work and was just requested for a job in Memphis. Interesting stuff. H. Gregory, let's see. No, we're talking about people getting jobs and getting paid and everything else. Okay, what's going on here? The old surfer buying more SoFi right now. Right on, kids. Giddy on up. Let's see what we can do here. See if my phone wants to turn back on there. It's working. Let's see if it fires up. Okay. We've got the market itself down 274 for the Dow, 40-point drop in S&P, 132 on NASDAQ, oil up 38 cents. Ford stock slumps after November vehicle sales drop as truck and SUV declines offset a doubling in EV sales. That is to be expected. Ford is dropping off here. Let's see if we can get our quotes to work properly. 263 dump off on the Dow now. AMC is unchanged at 817. Ape showing, hold on now, what are we doing? Ape is showing 98.4, only up 1/5 of a penny. GameStop still not showing a trade on my phone. We're not getting any reports from Yahoo Finance. So if any of you are experiencing problems with Yahoo, so am I. It's inconsistent what's going on here. 26.47 according to MarketWatch on GameStop, down 13 cents at the moment. The Dow just dropped into the 300 negative point territory, down 302 on the Dow. We're backing up again here as we were this morning. The VIX is up 4.69%. That's bad. The volatility index is rising at the moment. Okay. Thank you guys for joining in. It's great to have you. And Credit Savage, good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Hope everyone's doing well today and ready to buy back some cover calls they sold yesterday. Rugman cometh for you. Michael Downs, haven't been here for a bit. Finished a 45 unit Smart Rent upgrade install last Sunday. Going to start a smaller new complex tomorrow. Smart Rent is for real. Michael, you are on the front lines. And if anyone knows, you know, because you can't keep up with the installations. It's just unbelievable. I'm amazed at how Smart Rent is so ignored by the market when you on the ground floor are desperately trying to get these units installed with the backlog that you have. It's unbelievable. Every time an apartment building, a condo complex, a townhouse complex, they install these units, they're there forever. You never take these out. It's like the cable service for your cable TV. You never take it out. You use it for TV or internet. You gotta have Smart Rent systems for climate control of your units, security, parking access, all kinds of features. And once it's in there, you never take it out, because what you save in insurance premiums as an operator of these properties pays for this service. It pays for it. And now you are saving money because Smart Rent can detect water leaks and can alert people to the water leak problem right away. So you don't wait 3 days to find out you've been leaking water. You find out in 3 minutes. You shut the water off right away and save tens of thousands of dollars in damages and insurance claims and everything else. Well, that's why insurance companies love Smart Rent. Smart Rent is going to become an absolute necessity for almost every house in the world. A system like Smart Rent will be the standard by which properties will be judged by. If you don't have it, your property won't sell for the same price as one that does. It's just that simple. There is no magic to it. And here's the frontline guy. He's installing the units. Can't keep up. He's not the only one. They have tons of these guys. It's unreal. What can I say? The Credit Savage is saying, I didn't think I'd be able to watch a show today since we're getting ready to leave for Lake Tahoe, but the wife got lots done last night. And so drinking my coffee, watching my Uncle Bruce and the Degenerates right now, and I'm buying back cover calls. We're heading out today too. but that's this afternoon for Palm Springs, California. We got to head somewhere warmer. Olivia, good morning. I am number 178 on that thumbs up meter, Bruce. I see 178 here. Thank you. We're only 22 away from 200 thumbs ups. If any of you out there can hit that button for us, please get us over 200. That would be great. It's the goal we set for this show every day is to make it to 200 thumbs ups. And thank you all of those of you who've already done it for us to get us as far as we have. Intel and Salesforce are the Dow leaders on the downside, unfortunately. That's what's going on. We now are noticing another headline. Traders now see a 43% chance that the Fed funds rate, the target, gets to 5% or higher this year, 2023. That's up from 31% on Thursday. So now 12% more of the bond traders are thinking, oh God, those rates are going higher than we thought. They're going to go even higher than we thought. And that's the trend here. This is why the market is off, because higher interest rates make it more difficult for corporations to compete with treasury yields for investors' money. And if the Fed continues to tighten the money supply, stocks are going to pay the price. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So we're watching this very, very closely. My AMC puts have grown so much, they grow up very fast, says Coyote. Is there a Costco for bagels in Palm Desert? Costco sells plain bagels, cheese bagels, onion crusted bagels, but not sesame seed bagels. I asked the baker at Costco, hey man, what's up with the sesame seed bagels? Sherman's Deli, just down the road from you guys, they can't keep their sesame bagels in stock. What's with you at Costco? In Calgary, they've got sesame seed bagels. All in Canada, they got them. They sell like crazy. He said they don't sell down here. I think he's lying. He's lying. Or maybe he's thinking 2 years ago they didn't sell. They sell now. But as of last year, no sesame seed bagels at Costco. We'll check that out when we get down there. That's one of my first things to investigate, see what's going on. ATIP hit 36 cents. Buy alert, 36 cents on ATIP. It's now 39. Just popped up a little bit here. Interesting. Puts on Apple, question mark. I don't condone going long on contracts. I talk about writing contracts. That's what I want to talk about. That's where you're going to make your money for sure. I think you write contracts. 146 on Apple, down 216 today. HBQ down 33, by the way. SoFi 463, down 10 cents now. GameStop 26.32, down 28 cents. Credit Savage, Gowdy, they do grow fast. Before you know it, they'll be drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. How about that, JR? Going to have to buy a jar of sesame seeds, I guess. Bama, Coyote, thumbs ups for Bruce. Alex of the Credit Savage of Wall Street. Okay. I bought 300 more ATIP. JR, funny, everything bagels have sesame and poppy seeds, and I see them everywhere. Yeah, you can get at Costco everything bagels with sesame seeds on them as well. But they don't make just the sesame seed version in Palm Desert. I don't get it. I don't understand. No sesame seed bagels at Palm Desert Costco. Nope, sorry. They have plain and everything bagels right now. You see? She's there. I have a spy right down there telling me what's going on. Thank you, Kent, very much for letting me know. There are no sesame seed bagels down there. They won't make them. So I got to go to delis, buy them from a deli, and I'm paying more than double the price for bagels with sesame seeds on them that I would at Costco. Very frustrating. They had a cheese bagel a few weeks ago. The kid liked the cheese bagel. Yeah, they do. They do have that. But yeah, they have those in Canada too. But I'm not a cheese bagel guy. It's not my forte. I like that sesame seed roasted taste. So good. We're down 313 on the Dow, 48.9 on S&P, down 172.9 on NASDAQ, going down on the markets here. Oil holding a 58-cent gain at the moment. Here's a headline you don't want to have. Disney-themed children's clothing. Some of them are being recalled because of lead poisoning risks. What do you think the odds are that this clothing is made in China? What do you think? You want to take a wild guess that maybe this is being made in some garbage factory in China somewhere, or maybe Pakistan or Bangladesh, or I don't know where the race to the bottom is on, and they're using lead coated material on children's clothing with a Disney logo on it. I mean, this is the race to the bottom, and this is an indication of sometimes how lazy corporate America is and how it doesn't investigate its own suppliers for merchandise to its clientele back here in America. This clothing could be made in the United States. If it were to be made in the United States, there are rules from the United States government on what kind of chemicals you can use to make clothing for children. I mean, basic 101, hello, but not in these third world countries. And just think about the workers who make this stuff, who are using these chemicals in their raw form. They're falling off like flies, and no one gives a crap. It's unbelievable. Disney. Now, what about Universal? And what about MGM? And what about Fox? And all the licensed clothing made for American branded outfits in the third world in conditions that you would be horrified if you ever saw them yourself. And it comes back to bite us. You know, Disney doesn't sell children's clothing for $4.99, $6.99, $8.99 an outfit. You know that. You know the costs of a Disney licensed item. It's through the roof. Disney scores massive profit gains by producing product overseas with slave labor, let's admit it, and then bringing the product in and jacking the price up to the max so that all these top executives can get these lavish bonuses and salaries. Shareholders do well, theoretically, not right now, and the company will buy back a bunch of stock. And what does the customer at Disney end up getting? In this case, deadly merchandise. I mean, geez, man, what's going on over there? Disney's got to be on this, proactive, or what? I'm telling you, this is what disappoints me about businesses around the world. I understand making a profit is what it's all about, but I do not condone endangering your clientele to make the buck. And this notion that whatever material you're using to put on stuff like this, you can use material that, you know, chemicals and whatever that are safe for the human race. Okay, for children, adults, anyone else, at like half a penny an item. Like, we're talking no serious money whatsoever. Okay, if Disney is going to flog a children clothing item for $50 that costs them $1 to make, why don't you spend $1.50 a penny and not have it with lead? It's unforgivable, and it is so typical of what business has been doing to maximize out these profits. And I can assure you, there are bean counters paid heavily in dollars, whose job it is to cut costs and maximize the spread, the margins. And it comes down to this garbage where lead clothing, themed clothing, ends up on kids' bodies. I mean, is this worth it, Disney? Is it worth it to you? Because now you're going to get the fallout. You're going to get it now. Oh my God. Are they going to pay PR-wise? Oh, reputation-wise, big time. It just blows my mind how criminal it is and how pathetic it's become. It's so pathetic. Anyway, I'm an old man and I love to rant. Look, we're down 300 on the Dow, 296. We're down 48 on S&P, NASDAQ down 182. Disney stock, I don't know. What's it doing? Is it getting crushed or not? I don't even know. It's so disappointing to see these kinds of headlines. The frustration never ends. Down $1.56 on Disney, 97.03 a share right now. It's ridiculous. It's just absolutely a sad, sad, pathetic story. I wish these weren't true. I really do. I really wish these kinds of stories never showed up. They don't have to show up. How in the world is lead clothing still even allowed in the third world? What? How, why? Short-sighted profits and long-term deaths. I mean, it's just pathetic. The stock is now down to 97.26, down 33 cents. Unbelievable. Disney, you can do so much better. And why don't you make your clothing in the USA? Why don't you hire Americans who back your theme parks loyally, and they go to your hotels and they go to your movies, and the mothers order in your DVDs, they buy your streaming service? Why don't you hire American companies to make clothing and brag about it? Brag about it. But no. Behind the deal, behind those gigantic steel containers coming off of these gigantic ocean liners into Long Beach from the Orient, filled with what seems to be lead contaminated children's clothing. Well, what about adult clothing? Do you think that's safe too? Think about it, everybody. I don't know. I really wonder what the hell is going to happen. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, Coyote, Uncle Bruce has Kent as his man on the inside. Olivia, the deli bagels are probably top quality, though they are. They are very good. Gonna have to check out Costco here for bagels, says JR. Michael, no, I get the boat. Coyote, also my Netflix short is going well, says Coyote. JR, of course, it's foreign made. Tried to get an American made piece of clothing at Boot Barn, but no way. I did refuse to buy Chinese, but I had to settle on Bangladesh. Olivia, it would be less frustrating if companies passed off the money-saving production onto the consumer via pricing, but they don't. Corporate greed, plain and simple. Down with Disney, says Sell My House. Touch grass. Lead paint regulations are the reason we had that decline in psychopaths in the 90s. The mouse is a louse, says Sell My House. Coyote, unrestrained capitalism has no time for third world people and their health concerns. And that's exactly right. Mendel, Disney equals criminal enterprise. Eisner, there you go. Deuce Caboose, forgot to thumb you. I'm number 192. Thank you guys for 192 thumbs up. Jared, I don't go to Disneyland anymore. Way too expensive to stand in line for hours to get in a short ride. And the food, don't get me started on the food. Good morning, says Lobo Blast. Touch grass, lead crime hypotheses. Andrew, decisions like that is why Bob Iger is back in charge of the mouse. Yeah, well, these decisions were made years ago to bring this stuff in, not last week. This could be under Bob Iger's watch. Ken, JR, we used to have passes to Disneyland. We were there at least twice a month. Won't go now. Way too expensive, man, dude. So glad my kids don't like Disney. Laughing out loud. Olivia, Bob Iger might have some work to do. There you go. Coyote, they had lead and gasoline for what? How long? You think oil companies weren't aware? Did they go to prison for poisoning entire generations of Americans? No. Did the gas companies fight the U.S. government when the U.S. government wanted to make it mandatory for unleaded? Yes, they did. Did the automobile industry fight the U.S. government? Yes, they did. They didn't want to put in the catalytic converters. They didn't want to put in the pollution safety systems. They fought it all the way as far as they could go. The lobbyists were paid gazillions of dollars to fight the U.S. government from keeping its citizens safer. And it never, ever ends. It continues right now to the present day. Don't be fooled, people. Mr. Premium, want Uncle Bruce fired up? Just talk about Disney or AMC. Just watch him. Just watch him. Just get him. Watch. AMC down 8 cents to 809. Hello. This stock is coming back. We touched 792 already. Oh my goodness. Yuck. Is that the word? That's the plan. Go get her. Get her. That was your plan. Your whole plan. Get her. That was your plan. Really. AMC in trouble. GameStop 26.52 right now. 26.49 on GameStop shares. The low today, 26.11. The high, 26.85. We have had a 74-cent range. That's it. And we're down 11 at the moment to 26.49. That's what I see happening on it. It looks like ATIP is 37.7. It looks like it's traded what, 8,700 shares? That's what it looks like to me on my phone, but I don't know if that's a real quote. Anyone else, you could help me out. Let me know what you see out there on your devices. AMC does ATIP under 38. All right, Tesla 193.16 down 154. SoFi down a dime to 463. Apple down 194 to 146.37. HPQ down 41 to 29.46. Amazon off 117 to 94.33. Home Depot down 4.59. Cisco down 82 cents, 49.15. Netflix holding a 48-cent gain. Pfizer up 6 cents. No, down 6 cents, pardon me. IBM down 68. Microsoft down 406. Vanik Vectors down 574. Adobe down 740. Goldman down 320. Google down 6. Boeing down 232. So it's a red one. Jen!
I forgot about you.
Jen, are you going anywhere today?
Because I might have.
Are you headed anywhere today? Is there anything on your schedule?
No,
Is anything big going on?
No.
What are we doing this afternoon?
Same old.
Want to go for a walk just around the neighborhood here in minus 20 degrees Celsius temperatures.
Minus 31 wind chill, extreme cold warning.
Minus 31 minus 9 Fahrenheit right now with wind chill probably minus 30. You want to go for a nice long leisurely walk?
Maybe we should go for a nice drive on Deerfoot.
Ooh.
We had a death accident.
Oh gosh.
So they closed it both sides.
Oh Lord.
Between 16th and 32, it's closed. But apparently they've just opened the north.
Yuck. Extreme cold warning here in Calgary today. It is a yuck fest. It's terrible. Yeah. Tomorrow, 25 for the high. Sunday, 31. Calgary's improving.
They'll definitely be de-icing at the airport.
Yikes.
I mean, if we were going to go to the airport, that's what they do.
If we went to the airport, what would we do there today? Would we
watch them de-ice the plane?
Watch them de-ice the plane?
Yeah. That's about it.
I've always wanted to go to an airport on a Friday afternoon, but it would be such a drag to just go there
and not go anywhere.
I mean, maybe we should just
because it's so much fun going through the security lines.
Oh, going through security is so much fun. Going through U.S. Customs and everything up there, it's so much fun. But if we were to do that,
Zurich Airport was the worst.
Zurich was worse. Yeah, Zurich was okay.
I expected them to start looking for moles and identifying marks. They touched everything.
Oh, they touched everything in security. Those guys, they couldn't keep their hands off our stuff, and everybody else's.
It wasn't just us; it was everybody.
It was weird in Zurich. Very weird.
Very weird.
And we're just leaving. I mean, it's not like we're coming in. We're leaving. Leave me alone. Oh, I guess we needed to spend more money in Zurich. Maybe they found out you didn't spend enough in Zurich, Switzerland.
You got francs. Get back.
Yeah, get back in there. Spend some money in the duty-free store. What should I have for a bite to eat?
Well,
what can't I have?
Well, you can't have a bagel.
We don't have any bagels. We ran out of bagels
yesterday. Yeah.
So now what? You
could have your multigrain. You could have rye. You can have pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
You could show the world the difference between Canadian pumpkin pie and American pumpkin pie.
No, I can't because I only have the one. I don't have the other one to compare with here.
No, well, but those who know the American pumpkin pie will look at it and go, that doesn't look like our pie.
See, there you go. Yeah. No, I would love a slab of pumpkin pie for breakfast. A big slab. Ridiculously big slab of pumpkin pie. We were at Costco yesterday and the pumpkin pies came out December the 1st.
To taunt you.
Just the day before I'm leaving. Hey, we're making pumpkin pies again, Bruce. Enjoy. I said, screw you, I'm buying one. I'm not buying two, but I'm buying one, and we're going to have a piece. We had a piece last night. I'm going to have another slab today. I'm going to have some slabs of pumpkin pie before I leave this town. Yoink. Rugman cometh. Fantastic. Thank you, Miss Jennifer, and all of you out there watching us today. As we are going to keep an eye on this market, what is it going to do? How is this going to run out? Where are we headed? What's going on? It's a down market on the big indexes, that's for sure. Let's see here. What else is going on here? Amy, AJ, so much Disney bashing. My husband works there, and the perks we get are amazing. I don't like the clothes not made in the U.S., but most companies do that now. AJ, you're right. And they are a good employer for certain employees. Very good. The higher up you get, the better it is. And perks, yes. And they have been unfairly picked on by DeSantis in Florida and all that stuff. But corporate America as a whole, as an absolute whole, go to your local Walmart store. I defy you to find any clothing for women, children, and men and adults that are made in the USA. Go ahead. You're not going to find a damn thing made in America. It's all overseas. The so-called all-American retailer doesn't buy US. They buy third world, and the quality is garbage. We all know it. You do not go to Walmart to buy quality clothing at a cheap price. You go to Walmart to buy garbage at a cheap price, and that's what you get, made in the third world. And it's pathetic. The clothing is so bad, it's almost impossible to recycle it. It is so pathetic. And then go across the street to anybody else. Go to Target, go to Costco, go wherever you want. Walk around Costco and look at the labels for the clothing made that Costco sells. Kirkland brand and whatever. You tell me if it's USA made. I don't think so. Anyway, there you have it. Nobody wanted to wear a seatbelt either. That's right. The lobbyists fought that one. Oh, the 60s were fun. No pollution controls, no seatbelts, no mirrors here or here. They were fighting mirrors, rear view and side view. Eventually, side views were added. They went from just there or from just side view only. Airbags, the fight over airbags, billions of dollars waged against the American people, of the elected officials of the United States Congress and Senate. We're trying to get airbags installed, and half of the senators are being pummeled by lobbyists. Don't pass that bill. Don't pass that bill. It finally got done. The rest of the world had airbags years before Americans had airbags. Unbelievable. Daytime running lights. Still not completely mandatory everywhere. Ridiculous. Anyway, Uncle Bruce shouldn't oil drop on Monday due to the price gap that will come out on the 5th of December. I don't know. Credit Savage, ATIP 37.7 and has traded a whopping 83,000. I'm responsible for 2,000 of those shares, says Credit Savage. I'm being invaded by a giant piece.
It's a lighter color. And look at this. See? It's much heartier. It's much more custard-like.
A little spicier than the American version.
Is it? Well, it's different spices. I don't know if it's spicier, but it's different spices.
It's beautiful.
We love it.
We love
and the crust is thinner than the American pie.
The American version.
I think
Costco
they like the crust.
Pumpkin pie is different in America than here.
Yeah.
Every Canadian knows it.
We all know thinner, like waterier.
Lighter.
It's different spices.
Yep.
And it's a darker color.
It's
so something that
we love this
maybe
stuff.
It's got more cinnamon.
Canadians love this stuff. But the American version for Canadians, for some, not so good.
Go Rugman.
Go Rugman. How about that? Here we go. Richard Garland, good morning, Jen. You betcha. Olivia, hi there, Jen. Flash frozen, Uncle Bruce and AJ. John Anderson, hello, Jen. Have a great trip to California. JR, hey, AJ. Looking forward to being in California. You both can get away from that -9 weather. Going up to going to 70-degree weather. That's right. Splair, please count the party people that are flying away on weekend. Would love to know if there are any of them. Michael, we have stores dedicated to bagels here. The rest of the country makes no sense. Kent, only going to be 71 here today. Brr, that means Uggs and a hoodie in the desert for the locals while Canadians are in shorts. Splair, at least in Germany, the trains you see sometimes a little drunken people that are talking way too loud throughout the complete train. Richard, fuzzy banana bread. Jimmy Wilt, 197 thumbs up. Safe travels to you guys. Nick Demorier, number 198. Thanks, my friend. Thank you very much. Dude, I like H&H bagels. I get them frozen at my local grocery. We have a few bagel shops here in Nashville, but they're a little pricey and out of the way for me. Beach Boy, is it a secret that, so don't talk about it, but AJ and Uncle Bruce are working on a trip to Israel. It's a complete secret. They don't even know. They have no clue. A cruise that will dock in Haifa. They had no idea. Nick, that's not a bagel, JR. And now the auto industry brags about how safe the cars are because of this equipment for which they fought so hard against. Oh, drool, need some pumpkin pie. Yes, that's true. The corporate America takes all the credit for the rules they're forced to enforce, and rules they're forced to obey, when it works out for them. It's amazing. What do you want? PR departments, that's what they're paid to do. Make us look good. Pumpkin pie, the reason to visit Calgary, baby. Nick, what is the American version sweeter? Yeah, it's not so good. Man, that pie looks good. This pie is good. It's just absolutely delish. Just, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fabulous. Love the Costco pumpkin pie up here. AMC down 7 to 8.10. GameStop 26.61 unchanged. ATIP 37.5 down 1.2 cents. Tesla down 3 cents. SoFi down 7.5. The Dow down 259. S&P down 38. And NASDAQ down 131 right now. NASDAQ is still the loser on the day. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Can't hope you're flying direct. Palm Springs is a great, easy airport. LAX is a nightmare. Was better during COVID, but now LAX is worse than ever. Flying directly into Palm Springs. Non-stop Calgary to Palm Springs. 3 hours. Yeah, cannot wait. Love that airport. Oh, yeah, we love that airport. And there's supposed to be a Tesla waiting for me. Can't wait for that either. Cannot wait. Oh, boy. Yeah, looking forward to get the antigen to the surgeon in the not too distant future. We have an appointment made for the first meeting, and we'll set her up. Oh man, we're looking forward to the change. JR, my U.S. Steel Leap is appreciating. Maybe able to sell and buy back, but there's all I can do. About all I can do in my portfolio, says JR. Kent is going nice. You're flying into Palm Springs International nonstop. Nice. It's the only way I would have done it this year. The only way. Absolutely. Man, this is so good. Oh. What I love to do is I love to chop off the crust off the back of the pie here. I separate the filling from the pumpkin pie crust, and I break it down into bite-sized chunks of crust and filling. And this is delicious. Nice. Very nice. I remember the first time I bought pumpkin pie at Costco in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, when we used to live in Creston. We were all excited. We came back home and had dinner, and then after dinner, let's have a piece of that Costco pumpkin pie. And we're eating it and going, there's something wrong with this pie. What's the matter with this pie? And then, as we studied it and tasted it more, we realized, no, it's not the same. It's just not the same. Then we tried it again in the next time we were in the desert. We got down to the desert, bought the pumpkin pie down there. Everybody was buying the pie down there. Tried it, not the same. There's something not right. It's not like bad. It's just not as good as this stuff. Right? So we don't buy it. We don't buy pumpkin pie at Costco in the U.S. What can I say? Larry, pumpkin pie. Dude, the pies have rung. Pies have rung. Nick, SoFi sneaking up on a green day here. Right now, SoFi 469, down 4.5 cents. A little better. Definitely a little better. Okay. AMC down, unchanged now. AMC unchanged. GameStop, 26.79, up 20 cents. Trying a little rally, but we're still down 203 on the Dow. We'll see how this market goes. We're coming up to the 2-hour window of our show. As always, thank you for following this channel. Hanging out with the old man here, the homeless Canadian. We got a place to stay for 5 months down south, so we're heading down. Looking forward to settling in and hopefully put together a meet and greet. We'll let you know when we know. As soon as we get the chance, we'll give you the word. That would be great, just great. Thank you for your support. Thanks for those of you who've been making donations to Jennifer's new hip operation fund. Thank you all. We appreciate you, and look forward to broadcasting from down south. Let you know how the markets are going. Throw in my 2 bits worth of thoughts. And see what gives. Hope everybody has a great day, a great bagel day. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guys. Still down 215 on the market. 28-point loss on S&P, 89 on NASDAQ. Coming up to 45 minutes into the opening. And we're just going to see if this market has a little dead cat bounce recovery and then another dip, a full recovery, or are we going down big time? What's going to happen here? I don't know. Love these pumpkin pies. Oh my. Yes, indeed. They don't have banana bread at the Palm Desert Rancho Maras Costco. They don't produce banana bread down there, at least last time I was there. Looking forward to walking around the Costco down there to see what's available this year compared to what we have up here. There's always changes. Oh, man. That is so darn good. Cheers to all of you out there. Oh, boy. Good swig of coffee. We got work to do now, Jen and I. We got packing to do, the last of it. Getting everything cleaned up and figuring out what to do and get ready to hit the road and head to warmer climates. We got, we have some stuff to take care of in this environment. Oh my gosh, it's terrible out there, just awful. But hopefully we'll get off out of Calgary relatively on time. We're crossing our fingers. We'll see how all this plays out, and play it by ear. But hopefully the flight will work out. We'll arrive safe and sound, and we will now adapt to the harsh conditions of the desert in Southern California in the middle of the winter. We will do our best to attempt to hang on to our sanity in these harsh environments that Southern California throws at us in December, January, February, March. We'll do our best. We'll do our best. Oh my gosh. Thank you all. Banana bread is easy to make. You would probably make it better than the one you could buy at Costco anyway. I have no time. No, we're not going to do that. Folks, thank you so much. We have 11 minutes to go, and then our show is done today. We're down 243 on the Dow Jones, a little pullback again. We're down 34 on S&P and 107 on NASDAQ. What will happen here regarding this market? We'll keep an eye on this and kind of go from there. Aurora, safe travels, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. All the best. Spare a thought for us Calgarians once you are in California. Funny thing is, we'll be down there and we'll go to our local pool. I'll hop into the hot tub there, the spa, and I'll just be bubbling away. And there's 2 or 3 people that are sitting around. We start talking, and they're from Edmonton, they're from Calgary, they're from Vancouver. They're all Canadians. They're all down here. They all left friends and family behind, and they're all jealous about it. And they're saying, "There's a direct flight. You can come down here anytime you want." We get that all the time. But you know what? I'm excited. Sounds like we're near the ending, so Blair, you all, just in case we don't read it before Monday, have a relaxed and great weekend. Uncle Bruce, please arrive safe and well in the warm area there. Thank you, Blair. Matthew, have a safe trip. Uncle Bruce, Aurora, small world. It is. It's a small world. I'll tell you, a ton of Calgarians come on down there. There's, I think, two direct flights a day, just WestJet flying in. And then there's the flights from Vancouver and Edmonton, and there are other flights from American carriers that fly Canadian cities to American cities connecting to Palm Springs all the time. So the number in Palm Springs is rising and rising and rising on a daily basis. More and more folks coming into the Coachella Valley for the winter, and we are 2 of them. That is our plan here. Thank you all and everyone. We'll see what's going on. Spare wants to know, Uncle Bruce, what do you think about GameStop at 22 to 24.50? You think that range is possible? Earnings next week, Wednesday. We'll find out. We'll see what's going on. There will be volatility, I'm sure. Alex, safe travels, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. Remember that tip about hiding knitting needles in your flight pillow. There you go. Splair, yeah, on GameStop, he's wondering. We're watching too. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll be on top of it, as you know. GameStop will not escape our attention. We'll be watching for all little signs of what it's up to. AMC down 7 cents now to 8.10. The volume on AMC so far today, 11.3 million, it looks like. That's quieter than yesterday. Although yesterday morning at this time, it was very quiet. It exploded around, around 11:30, 12 o'clock yesterday. That's when AMC took off. Don't expect the same surge of volume today at the same time. The news is out. Whatever momentum they got from the idea of selling licensed merchandise in their theaters, that momentum is done. Now the fallout the day after is what we're watching, and the stock is trying to hang on to the 8.17 close it had yesterday. It's nowhere near 9.15 at the high of the day yesterday. It's nowhere near that. To get to 9.15, AMC is going to need 50 million of volume. Too many sellers, not enough buyers. And I wonder, as each minute goes by and AMC just hangs around here, will it begin to collapse under its own weight? That's my guess. Time will tell. 8.11 right now is where it's at the moment. All righty. Thank you all for your kind words today. Thank you for the new joiners as members. Thank you for those of you who are renewing your membership. Thank you all so much. It's really appreciated. Thank you for those of you subscribing to this channel. Those of you taking the classes, fabulous. If you have any issues with the classes, let me know. We'll try to resolve it. I'll be checking my email tonight and tomorrow, and we'll be on it. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Those of you who are having one-on-ones, we got a couple of you locked in for the weekend here for Sunday. If you want to have a one-on-one for next week Sunday, let me know. Tell me if you'd like that. We'll set you up for a time and get you locked in for that. See what we can do to help you get yourself richer sooner, because there's only so much time, and then time is gone, and we don't want to be without time. We want to have money with lots of time. That's what we want. So, folks, everybody, thank you for supporting this YouTuber the way you do. It's fantastic. All righty. That's the story. As we are finishing up here, we do have 209 thumbs ups for this show. Thank you all for coming together for me and nailing those thumbs ups, just as we had hoped you would. We always strive for 200. If you're watching on the rerun, hit the thumbs up button for us. We'd love to get that number even higher if possible. Thank you all for your continued support. My. Yep. Just watching headlines go through here, constantly watching the headlines to see if there's any more fallout from today's stunning announcement regarding the unemployment number. Job creation much stronger than estimated, and strong wage growth gains, the highest monthly wage growth gain in 13 months. That has absolutely turned the Dow on its ear and has turned the market negative right off the bat. With half an hour to go before we opened, the market went negative right away, as much as 480 points negative. We haven't traded down 480 in the market itself, but I wonder if that's where we're going. The Bank of America says they see risks tilting to the upside on the view of a 5 to a 5.25 terminal Fed fund rate by next March. So by March, Bank of America estimates that the Fed fund rate could be as high as 5.25%. That would put mortgages at, say, 8.5 maybe. And I don't know if 5.25 is it for interest rate hikes. I wonder if the Fed funds rate will be 5.75 to 6.25 by summertime to absolutely crush any vestiges of inflation. And I don't know if that'll work. I don't know, because people are getting massive pay increases right now all over the place. And that is adding to the inflation issue within the U.S. domestic economy. This Fed fund rate might have to go to 6.25. That will put mortgages close to 10%. And that is another level no one under 40 has ever seen. As an adult, we haven't had that in 20 years. We haven't had a 10% mortgage since the 90s. And even then, that was early 90s, I'm sure. It's been a change here. See what's going on here. Unbelievable. Crazy 49er. And I'm number 209. Thank you, my friend Ken. Travel safe. We'll see you soon. You got it. Richard, neat fool of a took. 213 on the thumbs up meter, buddy. I'm there for you. Thank you, my friend. We love it. 215 thumbs ups are here now. Love this. Oh, I can only agree with Richard Carlin on what is going on here. We got to do this. The knee emojis must be unleashed on this market. And all those options you folks have written, the neat emojis are going to make those stocks do what they have to do to crush the value of those contracts, so that you folks get to keep a lot of the change, and you'll turn around and write contracts for much higher premiums. Neat. I say the Knights of Knee are being unleashed on this channel, on the markets. Here comes Splair TV with the neat emojis. Here comes everybody with the knee emojis. I'm certain they're going to follow in here any moment now. The knee emoji spicy Android is here. Splair TV. Here's another batch of knee emojis. Neat. I can't stop this market. J-Boy is throwing them in there. My first knee emojis. It's a milestone. That's right. One of the benefits of being a member of this channel is to throw up the knee emojis. J-Boy is in there. Join J-Boy, Splair, and everyone else. Here comes JR, Larry, Titus, Sean, and Wendy. God is amazing. Here they come. John Gill has got one. He's throwing it in there. Mandu number 5. Here they come, baby. The knee emojis. Let the knees be with you. Thank you all so much for the knee emojis and all the kind words. Options Nomads, here we are. We're back. We're back from Europe, and we're throwing the knee emojis around. Don't mess with us. Sell my house fast, Upper Marlboro. Neat. Here they come. Here they go. How this market can battle this, I have no idea. Deep Value Investing. Thank you, Karen D. Deep Value. TJ is here with knee emojis. Even TJ is throwing them out. Alex is here with knee emojis from the UK. They're coming from everywhere. Deep Value. They're coming from Germany. They're coming from the UK. They're coming from America. They're coming from Canada. The knee emojis are showing up from all over the world. And YouTube has no idea what the heck is going on with this guy's channel. It's exploding. Why do these people have so much fun on this guy's channel? The market is down today. Why is everybody having such a good time? Look at JR. He's throwing them up all over the place. I mean, why do these folks on this channel have so much fun when the markets are so down? Oh my gosh, could it be that they're making money writing options? Maybe they are making money writing stock options. Maybe you thought of that. Come on in, kids, and join the party. We're having fun around here. Kareem, thanks, pal. Way to go. Here they are, baby. They're coming on in. What can I say? How did those European markets close? The question has been asked. Well, I don't know. Let's take a quick look at those European markets. What do we got here? Are we closing? We're not quite shut yet. We got a 1/10 of a point gain on FTSE. Whoop-de-doo. The German market holding 0.36, but looks like France and others are flat to just negative. Not a lot to get excited about over there. We're down 260 on the Dow again. We're backing off another wave of selling coming in right now. That's what's going on, kids. Thank you all so much for 220 thumbs ups. 220. That's awesome. Keep them coming in, everybody. Have a great rest of your day today. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and healthy and well. Eat well, sleep well, and give your friends and relatives an extra long hug this weekend. You never know when it's the last time you can do that. Thank you all so much. We're heading out. Going to pack up this shop here and pack everything up that I'm working on. And we're going to get ready to get going in this cold air. We got some driving to do to get to the airport. Got to get out of here. I start Medicare today, right on lame duck. Oh, my goodness. Thank you all. Safe flight from Mando. Thank you guys so much for all your kind words, best wishes. All the best to you. We'll see you from the desert Monday. Giddy up. I can't wait. Okay, everybody. Bye for now. We'll talk to you after the weekend. Take care, everybody.